Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. I am so excited because my Chanel goodies just showed up from the new collection that just launched, the Pearls at Lumiere collection, and I picked up several pieces. So I picked up the new quad from Chanel, so we're going to be playing with that. I could not resist this gorgeous highlighter. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I also picked up two of the eyeliners that launched with the eye quad. I have two new Rouge Cocoa lipsticks as well as a Rouge Cocoa Flash, and I'm so excited because I picked up two of the nail polishes, so I'm gonna go put those on my nails, create a little look on my face. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the newest launch from Chanel, get my thoughts on the collection and see how I created this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, who is ready to play with some new Chanel? And in the collection, there is a new eye quad. This is the Allure et Eclat. Okay, guys, here is the swatches, and a couple of the lighter shades is sort of melting right into my skin tone. So just know there is this sort of pale top shade up there, but then we've got this beautiful kind of peach tone, this burgundy, and then sort of a highlighting kind of pearlized color over here. So I thought we would kind of play with that. I also picked up both of the pencils. So I'm a huge fan of Chanel eyeliners, as many of you know. So these ones are the Stilo Ombre et Contour, so they have a little bit thicker of a tip, and you can kind of use them like shadows as well as eyeliners. So sometimes if you want to create a quick and easy smoky eye, I will just pull out these and kind of put them all over the lid for a really easy eye. So I picked up both of the beige pearl as well as the burgundy pearl. So we've got the beige pearl and the burgundy pearl. I'm going to swatch those for you. Okay guys, here is the beige pearl, and then here is the burgundy pearl. So, and I can see how that's going to be so pretty on the eyes. So we're probably going to need to do two different looks. I'll have to do a different look on another video, but I was thinking you could also kind of put the eyeliners kind of as a smokiness and then top with the quad on top. But for today, I'm going to use the shadows first. We'll use the eyeliner second, just so you can see them in action in case you are not planning on buying the pencil. So I'll use these as traditional eyeliner today. Okay, so I am going to first kind of take this tone that is sort of melting right into my skin tone, and I'm going to place that all over my lid first to see how this translates on the eye. Okay guys, just a nice kind of light wash of that color. So very faint kind of pigment on this color right here. Next, I'm going to be coming into this beautiful peach tone, and I want to place that sort of in my crease as well as on the lid. So let's come into that shade here. And again, I'm using the Chanel. This is the Blender Shader. I love this, you guys. I've used this all of the time, and that is pretty. Okay, we're starting to build up a little bit of peach, and now I am kind of seeing the magic of that first shade. So at first when I put that first shade on, kind of felt like I couldn't see a whole lot of it, but as I'm placing this pretty peach on top, I can see that it is creating a very pretty kind of look on the eye, like it almost brings out a little bit more of that pearlized look. So I'm just going to place this all over the lid and into that crease. We're going to intensify with that burgundy shade, but I kind of want to just play with this peach to kind of show you this could be a pretty look on its own. Okay, there is the first two lighter shades all on my lids. And then I'm going to come in with this burgundy shade here. We're going to go in the outer V and pull that into the crease. And I'm using actually the flatter side of this. And we are going to gently create a little bit deeper tone here. You know, I haven't blended this out, you guys, but can you see how the colors meld together and it's so pretty? Almost like either a sunset or sunrise, like a little bit of that peach tone, bringing in that burgundy. Taking whatever's left on here, and we are going to place whatever's left on that burgundy shade just a little bit underneath. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes real quick and just show you what I've created so far. And this is just sort of a light wash. Like, I think we could play and make that burgundy stand out a little bit more. But I want to play with these eyeliners first, and then we can kind of add on to the shadows. And I'm going to start by using the Beige Pearl. And the Beige Pearl is this one. It's going to be a little bit more in the brown tones. I could see this making a really pretty base for those shadows as well. And I'm going to put that on the lower lash line because I don't really want to play up burgundy on the bottom of my lash line because I feel like it's going to bring out a little bit of redness in my eyes, but I can use it on top. So this is personal. But I'm going to try with the Beige Pearl on the bottom. I'm going to use it on the top too, and then we'll top it with burgundy. I'm going to take my definer smudger brush. This is from Chanel as well. I'm going to take the side here. There's one that's a little bit flatter, just like that. And then there's another one that's a little bit more dome shaped. And I'm just going to soften that lash line here. Okay guys, here's what it looks like with the Beige Pearl. I put it on the waterline on the upper and lower lash line, and then I thought we would bring in the Burgundy Pearl, and we're going to put that on the top liner, and we can even kind of intensify the burgundy a bit. So I'm going to use this actually like on my lash line here, not in the waterline. I'm going to now soften this just a bit. We can kind of smoke that out, that burgundy. I'm kind of going over to the outer V here, you guys, and smoking that out to intensify. Then I'm using whatever burgundy is left just on the little definer brush. I'll bring a little bit of that in, but as I said, I don't want to play up too much of the burgundy on the lower, just for fear of getting that kind of red eye rabbit look. Hopefully that's not the case. Now, right now, if you're seeing a little bit of the red eyes, just wait till I put on mascara. Okay guys, this is what we have so far. And yes, this is kind of giving me the vibes from last spring. I believe it was Warm Memories. And kind of has a little bit of that kind of dusty, kind of pretty, kind of peach warm tones, but slightly different. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my finger here, and I'm going to use this beautiful kind of light little pearlescent shade, and I am going to place a little bit of this right on that iris, kind of like right above it, and kind of bringing a little bit over to that inner corner. Taking a little bit of this definer brush, you guys, I'm going to just come right in. We're going to highlight kind of that little inner corner here. Okay guys, here's what this looks like so far. And now we're going to use one of my surprise hits from the new Chanel launches, and that is the Volume de Chanel, but it is in the Metal Terracotta. And you guys, I actually really love this mascara. It has terracotta kind of warm tone, but I thought it would kind of look a little bit too light on the eyes, and it's actually fantastic to kind of pop your eyes open, especially if you have sort of like hazel eyes or green eyes. I think it looks so good. I think it would look gorgeous on blue eyes. Actually, brown eyes would look amazing. So I've fallen in love with this. Mascara and find that it really creates such a pretty eye. So I'm going to put that on. Hoping you can see that tone here. So real quick, I pulled out my quads from last spring. This is Warm Memories, and this is Elemental. And what I am kind of noticing is there's a little bit of this tone here and this burgundy shade. As you can see, the peach colored in Warm Memories is a little bit stronger than the new one, and this is the Allure et Eclat. Okay, so this is from last, and as you can see, this is bringing in those kind of dusty, beautiful kind of mauve tones here, and you're getting a little bit of this burgundy here, and then a little bit of that elemental. There's just a few, these are different, but kind of these soft, kind of pretty kind of eye looks. I really enjoyed last spring's collection, and I'm so far really liking this one as well. The two tones that I think might be similar. So if you can see the two bottom ones here, this one is a little bit deeper and richer than this burgundy here. So kind of a little softer on your eye with the burgundy, but kind of in that same realm. And then on the elemental one, again, you can kind of see that this tone and this tone over there, that kind of peach, soft peach tone, there's a little bit of similarity, but you guys, this is different, and then it's bringing in these kind of cooler toned, kind of pearlescent kind of shades. So just wanted to pull those out and show you if you ended up buying last year's collection. That's what I would share with you. I'm going to put on a little bit of blush before we put on this gorgeous Pearls de Lumiere. You guys, I could not resist this. Just looked so gorgeous. First, going to put on a little bit of blush, and I am using rosacea-prone. I'm just going to put on a little bit of blush here to bring this all together. And then I'm going to use this beautiful highlighter, and let's try some of this. Okay, here is a swatch of this highlighter, you guys. It is so pretty. It has a little bit of warmth to it, but it's in that formula that I love. There was a metal peach highlighter from the holiday collection that was my absolute favorite highlighter, and I have to say this new one might kick that one because I'm finding it to be very natural looking on the skin. I feel like it's warming my skin up, but it's not over the top for myself. I'm just someone who likes more of a natural looking highlighter, and I'm just going to put a little bit up in that brow bone, kind of connecting everything together. Okay, I'm really enjoying the highlighter, you guys. And as far as my eyes, real quick, want to let you know, I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. So if my eyes are looking a little peaked, I wouldn't totally blame the eye quad. I would tell you I did a little binging on Netflix. I've been watching the show Imposter, and it's just something that you can totally binge on. So just know that. Okay, let's move on to lips. And I ended up buying 3 different lip products, and I ended up buying the Rouge Cocoa, and that's in $4.98 Eclat. And I love the formula of the Rouge Cocoa. So those are kind of the original moisturizing lipsticks from Chanel, and I just really enjoy them. And here is a swatch of Eclat. You guys, that's a really pretty color here. Okay guys, this is shade 498. I love the formula of the Rouge Cocoa, and I actually really love this color. It kind of feels like it kind of lifts my complexion. It's kind of fun, and I'm really enjoying that. So glad I picked that one up. And then I also picked up shade 496, and this is in Tendresse. And here is Tendresse right here. This also looks like it's going to be kind of really fantastic to kind of lift the complexion. So let me put that one on. So this is going to be more of a pink toned everyday kind of lipstick, and this is the shade Tendresse. And then they had a new Rouge Cocoa Flash. They actually had 2, and one of them looked kind of like a topper, like kind of a clear kind of balm that I knew I would love, but I have several of those already in my repertoire. So I ended up picking up the 156, and this is in Delicatesse. And this is the shade Delicatesse. And you guys, I really love this one. It's got a teeny bit of pearl in it, so it's giving my lips a little bit more oomph to it. I love the Rouge Cocoa Flash because they're just easy to wear. They have a little bit of shine to them, and they're easy like to slick on. No lip liner or anything like that. You can just kind of grab and go those. Kind of grab and go. I feel the same way about the Rouge Cocoa, the original ones, but they're going to be a little bit more opaque, whereas these are kind of meant to be kind of these sheerer kind of lipsticks. So I could not resist that one. So those are the 3 lip products that I picked up. This is what I have so far from the collection, and what I would tell you so far, the products that I'm in love with, I am in love with this highlighter, the Perles de Lumiere. This is gorgeous. It has this kind of gel-like texture to it. It just has a little bit of like golden sunshine to it, and I just find it to be super pretty on the skin. So this one is a winner for me, not only because of the not only because of the beautiful packaging, but because it is just gorgeous on the skin. And I still want to play around with this eye quad a bit more. I do have to say, when I first got it, they come sort of flat versus the normal Chanel kind of, I'm going to see if you can see, the normal Chanel quads come a little bit more domed. This one came kind of, these shadows, I'm going to see if you can see, are just a little bit more flat. So I still really enjoyed the look that I created with them, but want to play with that a little bit more before giving you my final thoughts on it. I do really like the eyeliners, so we're going to continue to play with that. Okay, I also picked up both nail polishes. It is in the Pearl Burgundy as well as the Pearl Blanche, and I absolutely love this color. So what I did was this is the actual burgundy pearl right here, and excuse my paint job. I put it on quickly, guys, to show you. I still need to do top coat and stuff, but then I ended up topping off the rest of the nails with a coat of the Pearl Blanche on top, and then it kind of morphs the color so that it's got a little bit more of a pretty shine on top. So I actually love it just like this. Beautiful color. I love, love, love. But then if you want to make it a little bit muted, a little bit fun, you're going to be using the Pearl Blanche on top, or you could do something really fun and decorative on your nails if you are like creative nail art. So what I would tell you is I love both of these nail polishes. I'm a fan of Chanel nail polish. I love their top coat and their base coat. And so when I have time, I really like to spend a little bit of time doing my nails and have like a whole little kit of that. So I definitely think this is so pretty, you guys, as well as this one right here. So just wanted to mention those as well. Okay, guys, that is my thoughts on the new launch from Chanel. As always, let me know what you guys picked up, what your thoughts are on this new collection. So far, I've been super happy with my purchases. I'm excited to play with them a bit more, so I will be doing another video playing with this collection. But as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.